and I approve this message. Good evening, everybody. Joe Collins here, congressional candidate, California's 43rd district. And man, we had a pretty long day, as always, but today was also interesting, to say the least. Went to my first ever Black Lives Matter rally today, right? Protest, whatever you want to call it. I call it junk, but you know, everybody else feels the thing that Black Lives Matter is actually protesting for Black lives. In my opinion, I think that Black Lives is actually protesting to get money, because I haven't seen the organization do anything worthwhile outside of causing a lot of distraction, a lot of drama, and making a lot of people upset. Crazy part about it is Black Lives Matter, South Central, Los Angeles, predominantly Black community, not a lot of Black people there. They were protesting Dejan Kazee, who was murdered by the sheriff's department a couple of days ago. And yes, I watched the footage and I was extremely appalled by what I seen. But, you know, before I made a statement, I had to look at all sides, wait for all the evidence to come out. And after watching the videos, I can conclude that that man was absolutely murdered. He didn't have to get shot. And so once again, we have a situation where we have negligence on a sheriff's department when it comes to the way they police people in the Black community. I mean, the guy was taking off running and then they opened up fire on him, right? Which is completely uncalled for, in my opinion. And so we're gonna work to get those cops who murdered that man in prison, right? We're definitely gonna do that from the sheriff's department, right? We have been working with the mayor, LAPD. I made a few requests to him. We got, you know, a lot of officers indicted, especially ones with terrible records, one that were patent cases and patent criminal profiles, in order to get Black people and Latinos arrested and hit up with these charges based on the fact or summary that the officer said that they were involved in a gang, which the majority of times is not true. So back to Black Lives Matter, man. This is an issue since we're addressing our rumors. This is my first ever Black Lives Matter protest that I attended, and the reason why I attended was because I was asked to go. It was in my community. I'm a leader in my community. I wouldn't say activist, but I would say organizer in my community and everything. And a lot of people look up to me for the work that we've been able to do and the work that we've been able to progress in my community. And I know a lot of Republicans, we don't do that, and Black Lives Matter, you're Black Lives Matter. Okay, you know, calm down, window lickers. Here's the deal. If Black Lives Matter to people in my community, then obviously Black Lives Matter to me, right? But my thing is, what I have to do as a leader is figure out what is the issue and come up with a solution. Now, this is not an issue that white people can solve. I'm going to be honest with you. If you did not grow up in the inner cities, this is not an issue that you can solve. This is something that you know absolutely nothing about, right? And we could talk stats, we could talk numbers, and all that sounds good, but you can't talk cases that are unreported, right? I know a lot of people like to think that the sheriffs and the police department are 100% honest. And although you have people who are a part of the department that are honest, that don't go for everybody in the department. So we have a lot of issues that go on in the inner cities and the way the inner cities are policed that people don't see it. And unless you've lived it, unless you've experienced it, this is something that you honestly cannot talk about. This is beyond your scope. That's like me trying to tell a white person how to make macaroni salad. That's not a Black person's expertise. I would never know how to make macaroni salad. You can teach me how to make macaroni salad, and I will still never know how to make macaroni salad, because of the fact of the matter is I have to put seasoning in macaroni salad. But it's neither here nor there. Pretty interesting experience. I used to think that, you know, Black Lives Matter rally for everybody, but they don't. We're about to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about my first experience with Black Lives Matter. Stay tuned.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Hurt me so many times, and I forgave you. But this time I love.
So back to my experience with this whole Black Lives Matter rally. So we've been there with the family ever since he died, right? He died. They called me. They said they didn't want to call Maxine Waters because the only thing she was going to be talking about was kill the police, kill the police. Crazy thing about Maxine Waters is, and I always look at this, how are you a lawmaker and you're sitting outside with the people who are victims, police brutality, police violence, talking about kill the police? The lady who has the ability to write laws, affect change in our community, is honestly sitting out with the crowd, talking about F the police. Lady, you are a leader. You have been a leader in our community for a very long time, and you've been very persuasive in trying to make people believe that the issue that we've been having in our community for a very long time is the problem of the Republican Party. The issues that we have now is the problem of President Trump. Look, in the 90s, half of LA was burnt down in riots because of the violence that you enticed. A lot of it was burned down. And you made, I promise I'm gonna clean it up. I promise I'm gonna do this. I promise I'm gonna do that. The only thing that's happened is they've left a large part of LA that's been burnt down unincorporated, which means there are no resources. We live in one of the poorest cities in California, South LA. She does it. She goes out there the day after. She heard I was out there, and of course she want to play follow the leader because she's supposed to be a leader, but she don't know how to be a leader. She's been comfortable without doing anything for a very long time. So now she's playing follow the leader. So now Maxine Waters is following Joe Collins. Joe Collins goes to a rally. Maxine Waters goes to a rally. Joe Collins shows up when somebody in this community is killed. Maxine Waters shows up. Joe Collins gives food. Now Maxine Waters gives food. The only difference is Maxine Waters' food is old because she's old. Our food is young. We got good food. But that's besides the point. She's playing follow the leader. Monkey see, monkey do. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't have her own mind. But these people, literally, we get up there, we get up on their flatbed with the family. And mind you, we're not saying anything, but we do have our, team member security and everything with the Joe Collins, for Congress. And these people really have the audacity to say that no politics. No politics. This is not political. Black Lives Matter just gave all this money to Joe Biden. What are you talking about? This is not political. This is absolutely political. Joe Biden is a person who wrote the crime bill. He wrote the crime bill that incentivized the mass incarceration of black and brown people in inner cities. So this whole Black Lives Matter movement reminds me of Maxine Waters. How in the entire hell can you sit up here and you talk about Black Lives Matter? Black Lives Matter. We love black people. We're doing all this for black people. But you haven't done anything for black people. You give money to the person who has locked more black people up than Barack Obama has locked up Mexicans in cages at the border. But Black Lives Matter, right? They wouldn't let me speak. But I'm a black man. And if Black Lives Matter, my black lives should matter as well. So I should be able to say my piece just like everybody else say their piece. They don't want politics, but aside from politics, I'm still from South Central Los Angeles, born and raised. Mind you, the people who are out in South Central Los Angeles, the leaders of Black Lives Matter, we're Black Lives Matter LA. You're not even from South Central. Why don't you get you somebody who's from South Central to help your cause? Because right now you're looking like a goofball. That's why it wasn't a lot of black people out here at your Black Lives Rally Matter, Black Lives Matter rally, whatever you want to call it. But we up there with the family anyway. The lady tapped me on my legs. Hey, I need Team Collins to come down. Excuse me, lady. Team Collins ain't going nowhere. My office right around the corner. If you want to set an appointment, same thing I told Maxine Waters. Call my office, shoot me an email. We can set an appointment. You can talk to me tomorrow when I have time. Other than that, Team Collins ain't getting off the stage. We're not, because Black Lives Matter. And I'm black, so my life should matter, just like my voice should matter. Or is it Black lives only matter when it's convenient to push a narrative that they want to push? It's a good question. And that's a question that all black people need to start thinking about when it comes to Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, but you got more white people protesting Black Lives Matter, causing havoc, destroying things than black people. But Black Lives Matter. One thing, it never fails. If Black Lives Matter, why you don't have a lot of black people protesting Black Lives Matter? We want to protest not because Black Lives Matter. We want to protest because we need change in our communities, and we deserve change. We deserve absolutely 146,000% better than what we've been getting. So if Black Lives Matter, if you want to make a difference in our community, Black Lives Matter, I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you this gem, because I be dropping gems. I'm going to give you this. Instead of rallying against the police, who are law enforcers, why don't you start rallying against politicians who are lawmakers? Makes sense to me. They make the laws that people like, the cops have to follow. Your Maxine Waters, your Ted Lieu's, your Nancy Pelosi's, your Adam Schiff's, who was one of the most crooked. See, look, Maxine Waters has voted the most crookedest politician like 4 years straight. Adam Schiff is the most lionist politician ever. Nancy Pelosi is the most hypocritical politician. Chuck Schumer, he's just the POS, period. Along with a lot of other politicians. So if Black Lives Matter, if you really want to make a change, why don't you, like I said, I'm dropping gems, protest the Congressional Black Caucus. That's right. Protest the Congressional Black Caucus. The reason why is because if Black Lives Matter, and there has been tons of laws that have been put in place that are used to target black communities, it will behoove you to target the people who have the ability to affect change, make laws or remove laws that are no longer effective. If Maxine Waters cared about black lives, she should repeal that crime bill. If Maxine Waters cares about black lives, then she should get rid of that 3 strikes law. She should do something to cure the redlining. She should have anything to do with creating opportunities and economic development in our communities. But that's not what we're getting. We're getting this dirty heifer in the crowd talking about how bad cops are. Well, lady, let me tell you something. You're the person who makes the rules. So if you're a rule maker, instead of standing out there pandering with people who only have a voice that only gets heard when you're allowed to be heard, why don't you listen and affect change? That's why I'm running against you. Nobody likes you. You need to retire. You're 82 years old. We are entirely, we're so sick of you. It's ridiculous. You got everybody out here thinking the president is our problem just because he talked trash. You have everybody in LA thinking the Republicans is the problem just because you say so. But where's our economic development? Where's our opportunities? Where are our resources? You rush back to Washington, D.C. to pass the bill to give $25 billion, would it be, dollars to the post office. Meanwhile, black businesses in South LA and Latino businesses in South LA are shutting their doors every single day. You have not made not one move to rush back to Washington, D.C. and say, listen, black businesses in California are closing. Black Lives Matter. Let's get some money to these black and Latino businesses and open back up. She rushed to D.C., $25 billion would it be dollars to give money to the post office, yet black people are getting killed by cops on a regular basis, regardless if it's lawful or unlawful. If Black Lives Matter, take your ass back to DC and start passing bills and removing bills that people use to target black people and Latinos in inner cities because Black Lives Matter. This is what I want to see from Black Lives Matter. I don't want to see people sitting up here and, oh, we gonna write. Let's do this. I got a great idea. Blow the building up. For what? We about to take a break. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we about to get right back on Black Lives Matter head. Stay tuned.
Let's talk about your credit cards. When you first start using them, it's a slow drip. You make charges, then more charges, then bills come, and they keep coming. When you open your statements, the floodgates come pouring in. You realize you have more credit card debt than you can afford, and you're barely making the minimum payments. Wouldn't it be nice to make one affordable payment and have all your credit card bills covered? Make this free call and learn our responsible way to get your credit card bills paid and under control.
Sponsored by Consumer Education Services, a nonprofit organization.
800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. That's 800-876-3643.
CESI is not a loan company. The establishment of a debt management plan may adversely affect your credit rating. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase finance and other charges to undertake collection activity, including liquidation.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the Tax Helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
All right, let's get back on this. Let's get back on this Black Lives Matter stuff. So the lady tapped my leg. We're sitting up there. The lady tapped my leg. She's like, "Hey, I'm going to need all Team Collins to come down." And I look at the lady. I say, "Yeah, we'll be down." She's like, "No, I need you guys to come down now so the family can get up." I'm like, I thought we were already standing up here with the family. Are we already standing up here with the family? I know, because we've been there from day one. And I turned around and I said, "Hey, the family's already here." I said, "Let me tell you something. Like, we've been up here since day one. Where were you guys at? Did anybody call you after he murdered? You guys do crowd control or help the family go view the body? Are you guys donating to his funeral? Do the family even know you guys by name? They got your number? Because they can call me. They got my number. So the family don't know you, yet you're telling us the family has to come up. That's why we have to come down, which seems like some BS. So I think that Black Lives Matter need to be a little more transparent. If you don't want me to be up there because I'm running against Maxine Waters, tell me. I don't want you to be up here because you're running against Maxine Waters and she was here the night before. The way I know that she was there the night before is because people call me. They called me and they told me Maxine Waters came up here, and she came up here with about 25 Crips from the other side of Watts, not even from the district, because they were going to jump on you. That would have been a bad day. That would have been a bad day for South LA, because I don't think anybody from South LA is going to let some Crips from Watts jump on me when I'm running to improve the quality of life for people who live in my district. Not only did she bring 25 Crips, she was struggling so bad to get attention, she made a complete ass of herself, taking off her jacket and sitting up there screaming and pointing her little wrinkly finger and stuff like that. And I'm just like, the same lady I'm like, this is the lady who has the ability to affect change. So you telling me a lawmaker, the person who can literally like write laws, was sitting up here pissed off as if it was her nephew that was shot and killed by the cops, was acting a complete ass like that, taking off her stuff and pointing her finger and stuff. And I can just picture it now. She looked like the Grinch with the wig, just shaking back and forth. And you cops is always killing this, and you cops are always doing that. And the reason why we can't get ahead in the community is because of cops. And I like to beg a differ. I think the reason why we can't get ahead in the inner city is because of people like Maxine Waters, who have done absolutely nothing for our community for a very long time. I mean, people are still telling me, well, she created that school. Lady, the school was created in the 90s. Creating the school is great. Let's get everybody certified. But people are getting certified in jobs that don't even exist in South LA. So what's the point of having education if you don't even have a job to employ you with the education that you got? It makes absolutely, this is about as crazy to me as white people going around these different cities, killing people in the name of Black Lives Matter on behalf of Black people. We did not ask for that. Nobody in the Black community said, hey, white people, this is what I want you to do. Listen, we're going to start these rallies. We're going to go protest, get upset. At 7:30 p.m. when the sun start going down, we leave, and that's when y'all going to step in and start tearing stuff up. And I don't want you to just tear up stuff. I want you to destroy the entire building. I mean, just burn it down under the ground. By the time the buildings are burnt down, I want the buildings to be underneath the ground. And then get your guns, because we know all y'all white folks carry guns, and go out here and just start killing people and spray paint BLM on their bodies. That's how ridiculous this stuff sounds to me. We didn't ask for that. We didn't ask for white people to go out and go destroy buildings and kill people on behalf of Black Lives Matter. Just like we didn't ask Black Lives Matter to come into our cities and create all this havoc and not invest a damn dime into our cities. They haven't given anything to our cities. You want to know how I know? Because if you go to Black Lives Matter and you donate to Black Lives Matter, it's going to take you to Act Blue. Act Blue takes your money and then give it to Joe Biden. If Black Lives Matter and they protesting against police violence and police brutality, the last person you want to support is Joe Biden, Maxine Waters, Kamala Harris, Nancy Pelosi, all the people who signed off on that crime bill. I cannot stress this enough. They signed off on a crime bill that they use to incarcerate Black and brown people. I had a conversation with my uncle the other day. This guy told me, he was like, yeah, I'm going to vote for Joe Biden because I'm not going to vote for somebody that I know, what his wife looked like. First off, you got like 12 kids, bro. Sure you want to make that analogy? I don't think that's an analogy that you can make. On a second note, you've been to jail. You've been to jail because of Joe Biden. So you're going to vote for Joe Biden because you seen Melania Trump naked? Joe Biden put your ass in jail. 40 men see you naked every single day, man. Come on, really? That's the guy you voting for? Listen, I was in boot camp. We didn't even see that many guys naked at boot camp. But you're going to vote for the guy who put you in jail just because you seen Donald Trump's wife naked when she was a model. Mind you, people who are in France and other cities, they love to see the body naked. It's art to them. Okay, we're about to take a break. We're coming back and we're getting right back on Black Lives Matter because the show don't stop. Stay tuned.
This is The Entertainment Answer. The new political comedy Irresistible is a bipartisan look at how silly and out of hand elections can get. It stars Steve Carell and Chris Cooper, and Carell said this about the script.
It's really not so much about the politics themselves. It doesn't necessarily lean right or left. It's really mostly about the people who are caught in between.
Irresistible is rated R for language and available on demand starting June 26th. Remember to be safe and smart out there. For This Entertainment Answer, I'm Matt Mungle.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Question: have you ever thought about making an investment in California real estate for the high returns available through trust deeds? As a trusted professional broker, Sun Pacific Mortgage and Real Estate has been helping investors earn high yield returns on safer investments for over 32 years. Their trust deeds earn upwards of 13%. That's right, 13%. They invest in notes starting from $100,000 throughout all of California, where real estate remains strong. If you want to know more about high return investments through available deeds of trust, go to their website at sunpacificmortgage.com. That's sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them today at 707-523-2099. 707-523-2099. sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them at 707-523-2099.
Hi, I'm Dennis Bono. Join me every Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. for the Dennis Bono Show live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Enjoy this fun-filled hour with my celebrity friends as they perform, visit, and have lots of fun with me in front of a live audience in the showroom at the South Point Hotel. Please join me Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on CRN Radio and crntalk.com.
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Maybe it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Maybe it's not occasional constipation. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. You may be able to talk to a doctor online. Visit linzess.com, sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
All right, guys, we're back. We're you know what? This entire Black Lives Matter thing just makes me so freaking frustrated right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, Black Lives Matter when it's convenient for their movement. It's not like Black Lives Matter all the time. It's only for a certain amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Which is absolutely irritating to me. And I can't, for the life of me, understand what goes through the minds of these people. I mean, Black Lives, it's just, I'm so dumbfounded right now. It's just like Black Lives Matter. But we're going to support people who contributed to the demise of the Black community. Black Lives Matter, but we're contributing to the very same people who have contributed to the arrest and murder of tons of Black people. Black Lives Matter, but we're not going to let you speak because your Black voice is not wanted in this Black Lives Matter movement. Black Lives Matter, but we're not going to invest a penny of all of this money that we've raised into the Black community. Black Lives Matter, but we haven't created a damn bill since we've been discovered, period. But Black Lives Matter, man, that shit is it's so crazy that, you know, this is something that we're going to. 2013, Black Lives Matter was started. And to my recollection, Black Lives Matter ain't came up with a bill. They haven't created any type of policy. They haven't tried to get rid of any policy. They haven't done nothing except go around and protest and raise money. That's just as bad as Colin Kaepernick giving a knee for black people, made all this money, and didn't contribute to the black community. He went to Africa. Like, buddy, you have a whole country here in the United. This is my issue with Kaepernick. You got a whole country here, United States, where we got black children in inner cities that are struggling. You made all these hundreds of millions of dollars, right? After your trash football career went down the drain, you had to kneel for something because nobody's going to hire you as a quarterback. Your stats are garbage. You were a trash quarterback. Care what nobody says. You can run. When you get hit, you can be out of there like RG3. You take all this money you made from kneeling for black people, right? Mind you, you didn't grow up in the black community. You didn't grow up with black parents. You half black, and you don't know nothing about the black struggle. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm about 213% sure that I'm right on this one. Get all this money. First thing you do is shoot to Africa because you want to get back to your roots. Buddy, you're an American. Your roots are not in Africa. Your roots are right here in the United States of America. And if you're getting donations and making all this money through your nonprofit in America, then why not take care of Americans first? But President Trump take care of Americans. Everybody have a calypsis. Oh my, you're so mean to China. Yep, China killed all these people with coronavirus. Now we got to be nice to China. China ripped off Americans. They sell you products at market value using cheap materials, but we got to be nice to China. Blows my mind. Shows how much a lot of people know about international policy, international relationships. Go buy a Sanyo TV made in China. They using aluminum instead of steel. You know what I'm saying? And they selling you the stuff for steel prices. You know? You thought your Cheeto bag was aluminum, but it's not. It's copper. But they sell it to you for aluminum prices. These are just examples. This is examples of what China been doing to the United States. You buy a car, you think your car is made out of metal, aluminum, steel. Nope, carbon fiber. But you're paying aluminum prices, though. But we got to be nice to China. Come on, look at Joe. But come on, man. Come on. China, they're good people. They gave us a virus. They've been ripping us off. They've been threatening war. You know what I'm saying? Just a list of things that don't make sense to me. But, you know, let everybody else tell it. You know, Trump's the bad guy. You know, another thing that I don't get is even if he does talk a lot of trash, you don't like it. When the last time you have not talked trash about somebody? I hear it all the time. Get on the radio and let somebody say something bad about Cardi B. Black women will go nuts. Our president say something about Joe Biden. Now all of a sudden he's the bad guy. He said the same thing that you said about that person who said something about Cardi B that he said about Joe Biden. But y'all get mad about Cardi B, but y'all won't protect the president. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all said the exact same thing, but it's bad when he do it. He's not presidential. Aren't you guys sick of sorry politicians? Aren't you sick of it? They tell you all this stuff you want to hear. And I know because people complain, oh, politicians always telling us what they want to hear. And they get in the office and they do. First off, how do you know that politicians get in the office and do things that they said they're going to do and didn't do it? If Maxine Waters been in office for 44 years, clearly you don't know any other politicians. All you know is Maxine Waters. So who are you talking about? What politicians are you talking about? You talking about what, Marquise Harris Dawson or something? Or Mark Ridley Thomas? All the people who've been in office 8, 10, 15, 20, 40 years? How would you know what politicians do when they get in office? Y'all don't be voting new people in office. Y'all vote the same people in office. Y'all vote the same people in office and complain about stuff over and over and over and over and over again. That's what you do. But I got people come to my office, well, for Maxine Waters and just, you know, let her teach you and all that stuff. First off, when I got out of the military, I tried that. It didn't work. I failed on internships and all that stuff. Maxine Waters is not messing with me. Maxine Waters is a selfish heifer. Because if she was not selfish, she will be living here in the 43rd district instead of living in that $6 million mansion that she got in Hancock Park and that $7 million mansion that she got out there in Ranchos Palos Verdes. She got those 2 houses in D.C. She bought all her kids' houses outside of the district. Really nice houses, by the way. Meanwhile, people out here getting shot by the cops. We living in poverty. We don't got good jobs. We're arguing with bill collectors to extend bills. People getting put out their house because they don't have money to pay their rent because she entices the shutdown of all the business through COVID-19. But this is a lady who people are telling me to work under. I'm going to tell you this. I'd rather have the experience of a rookie running against Maxine Waters than the experience of a freaking loser. I should end the show right there, but I'm not going to do it. Thought about it, though. I was going to get up and walk away. It would have been epic. Yep. But Black Lives Matter, man. They got upset with me, and then lady tapped me on my leg, got everybody. They weren't going to put their hands on me because one thing they know is, 1, I'm from the streets. 2, I was in the military for 13 and a half years. I don't think that's a problem that anybody wants. But about to take a break. Unfortunately, we have to take another break. When we come back, we're getting back on Maxine Waters and sorry politicians. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
So back to Black Lives Matter. And sorry, politicians, right? Nancy Pelosi got caught walking through a salon when the salons are supposed to be closed, right? Because we're here in California. Salons are supposed to be closed. She got caught walking through a salon, took the blame and put it on the owner of the salon, saying that she didn't know that a hair salon in her community, in her district, was shut down. How do you not know when you're the person who's telling Gavin Newsom what to do? It bewilders me. So my thing is, if Black Lives Matter, we should all let black women go get their hair done, because we all know that black women who do not get their hair done are the angriest women in the whole entire world, and Black Lives Matter. So we need to open up our beauty salons and allow black women to go get their hair done. I don't know about you guys, but if you're black and you're married to a black woman, you know that a black woman without her hair done is an angry woman. She's just as angry as she would be if she's hungry. The only difference is when she goes to the hair salon, she knows what type of hairstyle she wants. When she goes to the restaurant and order food, you know, good luck. Look at Adam and Eve. See what happened last time you let a woman pick what she want to eat. And that's not my joke. That was somebody else's joke, but I said it because it was funny. But these are things that I'm talking about. The hypocrisies in these organizations, right? Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to be redundant. Black Lives Matter because cops kill black people or white people kill black people, yet Black Lives Matter take the money that they raise and they give it to politicians who incentivize the incarceration and the death and murders of black people. It might make sense to you. Me, I call it a contradiction. I think it's absolutely retarded. I think it's ignorant. I don't support it. I don't like it. If Black Lives Matter start railing against poor politicians who have the ability to affect change but fail to do so, I would be so on board with black politicians. I mean, that's definitely an incentive to vote for somebody new. The only difference is they always want to yell, police, 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 police. They're law enforcers. What they should be yelling is, get rid of politicians that are trash. Get rid of politicians that are trash, because those are lawmakers. So Maxine Waters gets a pass, right? She makes the laws. She has the ability to write laws or remove laws that affect black people. So if Black Lives Matter so much, how come y'all not protesting at Maxine Waters' house and destroying her big old beautiful house? You want to come to the towns and destroy the towns. You want to ride all over the police station and stuff. Take your spray cans and go spray up politicians' houses and stuff. They're the people who make the laws. They're the reason why we have the majority of the issues that we have in our communities. Education is piss poor. 22% graduation rate from college, 77% graduation rate from high school. They're the reasons why we don't have economic development. We have buildings that are being ran down. It's hood. They convince people to live in poverty so much that people fight to stay in poverty. They are the reasons for these seasons. And everybody talk, oh, well, civil war is coming. Not if you get on these politicians' heads. If Black Lives Matter, I need to create a movement. And I'm going to think of a cool name, and we gonna rally against sorry politicians. Bet that. And we're going to raise a ton of money, and we're going to give all the monies to people who want to get involved in office, who really want to see real change. See, Black Lives Matters in itself is an entire hypocrisy. But if they start railing against lawmakers, Mike can rock with it. Until then, it's not going to happen. So Maxine Waters, she was giving away food down the street from our office yesterday. And the reason why, she got guilt tripped. Well, Joe Collins is doing it and people are loving him. You want people to love you, give away food. And that's not going to work for Maxine Waters. The reason why it's not going to work is because that's all she can do is give away food. Hell, if Maxine Waters wants to see our community thrive, she'd have done so a long time ago. She failed. She's a failure. The crazy part about it, I was on the news one day and then I said Maxine Waters is such a failure that she failed to get President Trump out of office after she went on that 3-year rant about impeach 45. And people's like, oh, you want the president removed? No, that statement had nothing to do with the president. What it had to do was showing how much of a failure that she is. I'm going to get President Trump out the office. We're going to impeach him. They need to do this. We're going to get that man. And when the time came, you guys fumbled the ball. Republicans pick it up, take it back for a touchdown. You failed. And that's how much of a failure Maxine Waters is, right? If you want to see a real clear example of how much a failure Maxine Waters is, come to South Central LA, the 43rd District. Look at the homeless people. They're everywhere. That's a failure as well. And the crazy part about it is these homeless people actually have money. Thing about it is they don't have anywhere to stay because the cost of living too high. They have a job. The job don't pay them enough to get housing, right? Huge, big issue. So we have entire families of children on the streets and all type of things. Mental illness is running rampant. We have no quality jobs. We've been working with the aerospace industry to try to start getting them to hire people from our cities through apprentice and journeyman programs, get them qualified, licensed, certified to work in these industries. Maxine Waters is not doing that. Maxine Waters does not care about you. Anyways, back to Black Lives Matter. I don't even know who the head of Black Lives Matter LA is, but I'm going to tell you she's such a hypocrite. Anytime she's forced to face any type of controversy or opposition, she takes off running. That's what she does. She takes off running and she shut down people who are extremely affected by the political system in America. Now, I don't know what type of person who has an organization does that, but in my unprofessional opinion, that's a coward. That's what cowards do. She don't want to talk about the real issues. And I'm still trying to understand how people follow this organization for so long, knowing that this organization has not, since 2013, 7 years, They have not presented a bill. They have not invested into our communities. They have not paid for one funeral. They have not made restitution for the damages that they caused to the buildings that they destroyed. People still follow them. Stay tuned. We got a couple minutes left. I'm not done yet.
C. Crane's refined CC Skywave SSB radio with single sideband is the ultimate travel and emergency radio. It fits in the palm of your hand, weighs only 8 ounces, reception is great, and the audio is legible and clear for its small size. The CC Skywave SSB radio gives you access to important communications your smartphone is not capable of getting, like emergency single sideband transmissions, which broadcast during a hurricane, earthquake, and major power outage. In addition, you can listen to your favorite AM and FM broadcasts, Weather Plus alert, local airports, long-distance aviation, and ships at sea from all over the world. The only way to get this valuable information is with a specialized sideband radio, the CC Skywave SSB, the true radio lovers travel radio. Find out more about the CC Skywave SSB. Call C. Crane at 800-522-8863, 800-522-8863. Also available on Amazon for quicker shipping, or visit ccrane@ccrane.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Tired of lockdown? Let the reconnect begin. You belong here. Welcome home to the magic of Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California. Check out our new spacious outdoor dining al fresco. Romantic, market lights. It looks like a movie set. Dine under the stars and enjoy our tasty Angelo's and Vinci's pizza, pasta, seafood, chicken, salad dinners, and more. In the cool of the evening, come enjoy our award-winning menu, new wine list, specialty cocktails like our Peach Bellini Martini, appetizers, and more. Angelo's and Vinci's now open every day from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. for relaxing outdoor dining. No reservations needed. Just come on in for delicious Italian food. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022. We're going to need a lot of pasta to get through this year. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton today.
All right, you guys, we're back. You are on with Joe Collins, Congressional Candidate, California's 43rd District. Please go to the website, joecollinsforcongress.com. Donate. Donations are always good. If Black Lives Matter, donate to Joe Collins for Congress, right? That's what Black Lives Matter would say. The only difference between Black Lives Matter and myself is I'm actually doing stuff for my community. I'm not taking this stuff for granted. And the people love it too. I mean, they see us all the time outside, making things happen, working with the police, working with the sheriffs to make things happen where you have Black Lives Matter who's only complaining about the issues that we have in our city. But for some reason, people get behind them. But I think that popularity thing is going, it's shrinking, especially in South LA area. I mean, I was out there. I went first ever Black Lives Matter rally that I went to, and I was not impressed. I was thoroughly not impressed because we see what they're about. All they want to do is go cause commotion and, raise all this money and then run back to the little safe space. They're not going to stay here after dark. They're not here for the repercussions and the recoils of their actions and the people who want to tear up things in our community. They're not here for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so, they come out here and they cause havoc. They destroy our communities and everything. And then they take off, and they want to say, Black Lives Matter, F the police and all this stuff. It's like, you know what? You live in a gated community. you're very well off living. And I understand that you want to help the Black community, but this is not the way to do it. If you want to help the Black community, I'm going to create a petition, and I want everybody who feels like Black Lives Matter to sign my petition so we can get rid of the crime bill, Joe Biden's crime bill. That's exactly what we have to do. Denounce Joe Biden and the Clintons and get rid of all the bills that they created. Because those are the things that officers use to justify them killing Black people, along with the police autonomy bill that, Obama signed. So I think that we're getting mad at the wrong people. So if you believe that, Black Lives Matter and you want to do something positive for a change instead of tearing up people's stuff, personal property and everything, thinking that it's justified because you're emotionally angry and you want to see restitution that you will never get from destroying buildings, then you know what? When I post my petition on my website, please sign a petition so we can get rid of all these laws that were passed that could be used to target people in Black communities. And we're starting with Joe Biden's crime bill. Now, everybody's like, well, why are you writing on Joe Biden? Because he wrote the bill, and he's proud that he wrote the bill. The bill allows blanket warrants to be put on entire cities, urban communities. So when they say you fit the description, you absolutely fit the description of someone who committed a crime in some time, in some place, in some area that's under that umbrella warrant, who wore some type of clothing at some type of time, who was between some type of height, some type of skin color. Yes, you fit the description based off the Joe Biden crime bill. So if Black Lives Matter, when I put this crime bill out, I need all y'all so-called activists to sign it. That way you can actually say you did something for the Black community, because we haven't seen not one investment in BLM dollars into our community. You guys destroyed a lot of shit, though. Oh, I got to pay for that one. You guys destroyed a lot of stuff. You destroyed a ton of stuff. I went to Minneapolis and I saw. I did. I said the S word. You guys destroyed a ton of stuff everywhere. Portland is still up in flames. The governor and mayor of Portland in Oregon, they don't want federal help. They can't control the people, though. But Black Lives Matter, right? So just let them destroy stuff in the name of Black Lives. You know what? Who's going to rebuild all of this stuff that y'all destroying? And you guys are killing people, which is crazy. We never asked for anybody to be killed. What we want is police reform. Just like a Democrat, hey, excuse me, can we get a little economic development and opportunities here? Oh, we know exactly what you want. Let's put on these dashikis and go kneel. That's what we're going to do, because Black Lives Matter. We're going to put on dashikis and kneel, and we're going to encourage people to destroy your communities. Listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. Yes, I wrote on Black Lives Matter. And I bet you're wondering where this cup came from, too. Well, if you go to thecollinsstore.org, you can absolutely find this cup, buy this cup, and support our campaign. That is thecollinsstore.org. Please donate. JoeCollinsForCongress.com. Facebook and Instagram, Collins for Congress 43. Twitter, Joe Collins 43rd. And I will see you next week.